Welcome back to the channel. So I had a couple of really good games with a friend of mine. His name is Undead Lord Monroe. And we have been experimenting here and there. So I played Tomb Kings this round, and Tomb Kings are not my best faction. I played them a bit in Warhammer 2, but they're not something I'm superly duperly comfortable with. Now, they're really good in domination, so I thought I would give them a try. We have Archon the Black here, as well as some Tomb Guard, the Kepler Guard, a bunch of Nehekara warriors, and then Ushabti as well as a Hero Titan. Pretty, I would not say meta build. I think the Ushabti are definitely good, but as I said, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing with Tomb Kings, so this map is very forested. I was going to go Chosen of the Gods, Screaming Skull catapults and such, maybe a Bone Giant, but once I looked at the map, I realized that really wouldn't work too well. So my opponent has opted for Archaon the Everchosen, nice little Spirit Leech going down on him, with healing. So Chaos War Shrine of Nurgle. This is Warriors Chaos. They can bring some God-touched units, essentially, and the Chaos War Shrine of Nurgle has a healing effect around it, which is pretty darn good. And healing on Archaon is something I have grown to struggle with. I think he cast a Burning Head there, yeah. I was lucky enough to dodge most of it. Took a little damage on these Nehekara warriors. But other than that, he does have Chosen of Khorne dual weapons. Pretty good spot for them. They don't have armor piercing, but most of the Tomb Kings roster is not armor piercing, so they're going to do really good. Chaos Warrior Halberds. A nice cast of, what is it? Searing Doom coming down there on my army. Definitely getting some decent damage. I take the engage here. I want these Ushabti to be attacking the Chosen of Khorne. But so we take him out. We're going to take him off the halberds and go after those Khorne warriors. Most of this is all Chaos Warriors except for those Chosen of Khorne, but they're going to get healing, and this is going to be a really tough blob fight for me to fight and win. I've got some Nehekara horsemen coming on both sides. These ones actually got the engagement on the Marauder throwing axes, which is really nice for me. I think they're winning that. Yeah, they're winning that. These other ones I was backing off. I was going to try and chase them down, but he brought some Marauder infantry, and these Nehekara horsemen would get wrecked by those Marauder infantry. So, taking it back, we're going to try and contest these side points. I have taken point 2. I've just got way more infantry than he does. And this blob fight over here, I think I've summoned some skeletal warriors. I'm actually doing decent damage against these Chaos Warriors. Nehekara warriors are very cost-effective, as well as the Ushabti. Those two are putting in a lot of work here. So, pretty surprised with that one. I might have cast a Purple Sun. Oh, no. Here it goes. Here comes the Purple Sun. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with all these trees. Oh, does it come? Maybe not. Maybe I canceled it. Either way, we'll keep an eye on that. I've got all my forces on this side, though. I have very much committed to the middle. And my units are a lot cheaper than his are. So I've been able to take point 2, but this fight, that healing is going on, and these units are not gone. They are sticking around. So I'm bringing in the Hero Titan. We're going to see if we can finish up and clean that up. He's got some spawn coming over here to try and secure point 3. I'm still just taking out these Marauder axes. Point 1, he's pretty much taken over. My Nehekara warrior horsemen are not going to be enough for that, so taking them off the point. I believe we have Archaon dropping a bunch of Flaming Sword of Ruins. The flaming attacks are going to be really useful fighting against the Tomb Kings. So that fight's not going too bad for him. On this side, I should be able to take point 3, but these spawn are going to come in just a little too soon. It looks like he's got some Warhounds to secure that point as well. And they're going to start taking the point away from me. We'll see if I can bring anything around. I do have some spearmen, skeletal spearmen on their way that way. Another Searing Doom coming down. Pretty good damage on these Kepler Guard. It's actually really good damage for this Kepler Guard. And he's bringing in a Exalted Hero on a Manticore. This is probably one of his favorite toys. The Exalted Hero on a Manticore is a really good duelist. And very cheap terror. So definitely useful to have there. My Hero Titan, is he doing any work? Not really. He's taking a little bit of damage there, but this is not quite the fight for him. It's a lot of halberds, and that's pretty much it. There's the Chaos Chosen still. So not too many reinforcements have come in on the side of my opponent. That War Shrine is just keeping everything alive. Manticore is the first reinforcement to come and help with this point over here. I believe these Marauders wrapped around from this side. I'm going to try and... These throwing axes are going to try and get in the way of these Nehekara warriors. Cut off some more reinforcements. But this engagement's going pretty well for me over here. I'm bringing in a couple more spearmen just to try and get rid of that War Shrine, see if I can poke it up a bit. And on this side, I've got the spears, but probably my favorite tool to use on the Tomb Kings, and I think Tomb King's best tool is the Tomb Scorpion. It's an anti-infantry armor-piercing monster, but it has Vanguard, which I did not realize for the longest time, but this is actually crazy, crazy good for taking out points. Stuff like these Warhounds are going to get wrecked by a Tomb Scorpion. You can see it jumps into the fight here. And this point 3, I've got some more spears and Nehakara warriors coming over. I'm really going to try and contest and take this point 3. I'm also trying to pressure point 1 over here. I've got some more spears, leftover Nehakara warriors. Looks like I've been able to chase off his Marauder horsemen. I do believe these are a summon, so they'll be gone soon. And I'm bringing in some more Ushabti. Nice. So we're coming around long ways. Sadly, there's the trees. The Ushabti are going to take their time getting over here, but we're going to try and contest point 1 as well. Point 3, still not coming my way, but pretty soon here we'll be contesting that. So my opponent is taking a slight lead here. I wish we could see the damage value. There's been healing going on both sides. I've been getting this Realm of Souls proc constantly. And he's been having this Nurgle Warshrine healing. You can see his units are still there. Here comes the Ushabti summon. And this should hopefully be able to turn the tide. This battle, I have been winning because I've got the point, so I can say it's definitely well worth it. But Archaon's still really healthy. The Warshrine's still pretty healthy. I am taking a ton of value loss here. And at this point, I remember looking at the value. We were actually about even. There was so much healing on both sides. Even though he's got less units on the field, most of my stuff is just chaff. It's not as expensive as these Chosen. Or Spawn. Let's see. He's got some Chaos Warriors halberds coming in as well. But I am going to take point 3. So we're starting to gain a little bit of an advantage here. I'm behind in points, but it's not by much. And the battle at this point, the way the game's played is whoever is winning value is typically going to be able to pull ahead. But we're pretty neck and neck on value. So it's actually a big struggle trying to hold these points. Now I've got these Ushabti coming in finally. I'm going to be able to take point 1. I just took point 3. And I've had point 2 this entire time, but I'm starting to lose it. You can see the Nurgle healing on this War Shrine. Did it break? No, that's the Exalted Hero that broke. Has been nuts. All the units that were still here, or that were here to begin with, Chaos Warriors Halberds, Chosen Dual Weapons, and Chaos Warrior Halberds, all still there, as well as Archaon and this War Shrine. Luckily, I've got some Tomb Guard Halberds. I'm about to get rid of this War Shrine, hopefully, finally. But I've pretty much lost this fight in here. It went really, really well for me, and I'm happy with the outcome just because I had point 2 for so long. And luckily, him taking this point away from me has allowed me to get these 2 side points. But I've kind of overestimated the cost here on these side points. I've got a lot of stuff over here that probably more than I need in order to take them. And so point 2 is going to be lost. But I do have the side points, so I think overall we have a net positive. Ooh, we've got the Knights of the Brazen Throne. That is an expensive unit. He was saving up for this one. Knights of the Brazen Throne have a mean, mean charge. Let's see how they do against these Ushabti, though. Ushabti have really high armor piercing. 79 is not the best, but when it comes to fighting heavily armored targets, you take what you can get, and they're actually chunking them fairly decently. It's not bad. So pretty good engagement there. I'm getting some Skeleton Spearmen over there. This is definitely not the engagement that he wants. Those Knights of the Brazen Throne, you want to charge, and you want them charging infantry, if anything. Oh, it looks like I'm taking point 2 back. Yeah, I'm getting enough Skeleton Spears over here. Archon did die. Ooh, that blows. Yeah, I got a couple of skeleton summons from Archon, but I don't think I got them all, and he got wiped off the battlefield. Archaon just beat the brakes off of him. Took him right off the field. I'm coming in with a Tomb Scorpion and Nehakara Warrior. I know that at this point, I'm basically losing. Let's see how much these Chaos... Yeah, these Chosen Accorn with dual weapons got so much value, but they finally are out there. They're finally breaking. And my opponent, I believe, is actually taking a lead in damage value at this point, but I've got the 3 points. I just have too much chaff. These Skeleton Warriors are 300 costs, and they are not expendable, so they are full capture weight on these points. Which, when it comes to Chosen of Corn and Chaos Halberds, like, as nice as these guys were doing, I think potentially Chaos Warriors with dual weapons might have been a better pick. You could have fielded more of them. There's just not enough capture weight here, so I'm able to take point 2 back pretty quickly. My Realms of Souls is procced for the 2nd time. I can't summon another Ushabti summon. This is pretty much where it caps. But each of these is, what, 0.4, 0.4, and then it's increasing duration as it goes. But I think overall, once you fill this up twice, you've pretty much not full healed, but you've healed your entire army like 60%, 30 to 60%. I don't know the exact numbers, but it makes Tomb Kings really, really strong. To the point where I'm actually out healing this Nurgle Shrine on these super expensive units. So Knights of the Brazen Throne. Ooh, they're coming around for a nice charge. This is what you want them for. Watch their charge as they pick up that speed, and then watch how much damage this does. Nutty. That, holy crap, dude. That Nehekar warrior is basically gone. Just taken right off of point 1. These guys were not faring too well against the Ushabti Spear combo. But once they got away with their mobility, they were able to come over here and they just wiped the floor with these Nehekar warriors. At this point, these Ushabti don't have spearmen in reinforcement. I think the Knights of the Brazen Throne would probably win this engagement, so point 1 might be a little bit contested here soon. Luckily, I'm getting enough of a lead. I'm not too worried about point 3. It doesn't seem me sending anything over here. I'm getting enough of a lead. I think I can probably commit to a single point. Chosen point 2 mainly just because Archeon's getting low, and I think if I can get him off the field, I can secure a victory here. Oh, it looks like we have a Chaos Feral Manticore. There's another. Manticore is super duper good in domination. It's just the cheapest source of terror. As you can see, a lot of my units are starting to waver. They're taking crumbling damage, and that Manticore, oh, if I can get a hold of it. Well, not too much damage value, actually. Only 200. It's pretty much there just for the debuffs and the terror. So this is going pretty well for me. I think point 2, we might need to speed this up here. Oh, the Nehekar warriors with the Ushabti actually traded pretty well. I'm bringing in a bunch of horsemen, some more Ushabti, keeping point 1 contested. And I think we can kind of wrap up the battle here. At this point, there's not much more for him to go for. He does bring in a bunch more units. Marauders and Spawn, it looks like he had a bit banked up, but at this point, it's too much. I've got too many points, and this is pretty much the GG. So, a pretty fun battle here. I plan on showcasing a couple more. It was a back and forth. There were times he would sweep me, there were times I sweep him, but these are the closer battles. So, the next one I'll come out with, I think he will be winning. It's... Actually, wait. You know what? There's 2. One he wins, one I lose. I shouldn't spoil it. So, I don't know. If the next one might be him winning, might not be. We'll find out. Regardless, pretty good battle. Let's check out the damage value here. Archon, I think, is probably the most meta pick. He definitely got pretty dang good value there. The Hydro Titan definitely did not pay for himself. But, you know, he was a terror construct. Definitely distracting. Not too bad. These Kepler Guard went really, really good value. Ushabti doing some good work there. Same with my... Yeah, all the Tomb Guard definitely paid for themselves in this instance. We've got some Nehekar warriors that are doing great there. Tomb Scorpion, I think, was super imperative, even though we didn't get a lot of value. I think the Vanguard on that unit is super duper useful as the Tomb Kings. You don't have a lot of Vanguard units to go around, so it's really useful to have that kind of stuff. Ooh, dang, these Nehekar warriors, or Nehekar horsemen were spawned multiple times. Dang, some of these spearmen got some good value, though. And I think that's what really won this, is I just had a lot of units, and with that Realm of Souls army passive, I just get so much healing. Archeon did so much work. He got so much value. Chosen, crazy value. The Chaos War Shrine was healing a bunch. All these units got crazy value. As you can see, value-wise, this game was actually pretty close. I just had too many units on the point for him to actually contest, and that's why I was able to take the victory there. So, pretty good battle. Thanks for watching. I got some more coming soon, and I'll talk to you later.